Hello, everyone. Firstly, wish you all a very happy 2021. 2020, or the year of the rat, as per the Chinese calendar, was quite menacing in its approach as we had the worst ever pandemic that gripped the entire world. However, from a fixed income market standpoint, I think it was more like the year of the horse, where we saw galloping returns across fixed income schemes, um, largely double digit returns, especially in the mid to long end duration range over the past 12 months or the year 2020. This was largely aided by rate cuts in the first part of the year, followed by sharp liquidity infusion across the banking system and a pledge to retain low interest rates so long as it is required. So I think all of these put together has led to the kind of rally that we saw in fixed income in the year 2020. We also saw foreign exchange reserves for India touch an all-time high of about $580 billion, and we saw the currency therefore behave quite tepid and with very less depreciation for the year 2020. It was less than 3%. The foreign portfolio investors were net sellers in fixed income. However, overall, as a country, given that in equities they were net positive, we continue to see positive flows across from the foreign portfolio investors. Even the current account deficit for the second quarter of FY 2021 showed that it was in the surplus, and it's quite likely that FY 2021 we will end up with a reasonably high balance of payment surplus in the band of 95 to $100 billion. So this was the year gone by. The key thing is what lies ahead in the year 2021. So if year 2020 was the year of the virus, year 2021 is the year of hope or the year of the vaccine. There is already good news circulating across the world with respect to development of the vaccine, and that seems to be the single point hinging hope from a market view going forward. Is it too soon to expect the Reserve Bank of India to jump the gun and start removing the accommodative bias or suck out liquidity in an abrupt manner? Well, the answer to that, according to us, seems very unlikely, because we are looking at growth, but we are looking at sporadic growth and not a broad based recovery. Point number one. Point number two is the recent inflation uptick that we have seen is predominantly because of supply side constraints, which the Reserve Bank of India is willing to look through. And in the next couple of months, there is a high chance that the CPI numbers on the headline start showing a downward trend. Therefore, there is a reasonably high chance that for a good part of calendar year 2021 or FY 2022, the rates could remain on a pause, indicating a long pause. Accommodation need not be always a cut in rates. Accommodation means that rates need not inch up in a hurry, providing the much needed stimulus for a broad based economic recovery. The macro indicators, very near term, are encouraging, no doubt. However, one needs to note that the current bond market yield curve that we are seeing is one of its steepest ever in the last 2 decades. It's only a couple of times in the last many years that we are seeing such a steep yield curve, where you are seeing the 10-year benchmark at about 5.9 to 6%, and across the yield curve, maybe 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, the gap is anywhere between 0.5% to 0.75%. Now, this gap, to our mind, could well see some spread compression in the year 2021. Key to this happening, of course, is the continued accommodative bias, number one. And number two, most important, is the RBI's continued open market bond purchases stroke operation twist, where they buy long bonds and they supply the markets with short bonds. So far, it has been definitely a continued story. It is important to see this going forward to sustain a flatter yield curve and fasten the process of economic recovery. The liquidity in the system is more than adequate. There is a reasonable chance towards the second half of 2021 we could see some planned withdrawal of this liquidity. But point of word or point of caution here, there doesn't seem to be any rush to depart from the surplus liquidity in a jiffy. What should bond investors look forward to in 2021? A. The underlying theme of volatility is most likely set to continue in year 2021. So, a disciplined approach definitely holds weight over random or short term investment approach. Second, the steepener yield curve could be a very strong case to position your investments into strategies, medium term fund, and beyond. It is not to say that the short end of the yield curve may not be supportive in the current market scenario. The current liquidity and the long term pause that we have in mind could offer a reasonably strong anchor to very short end of the yield curve as well. However, given that the possibilities of capital gains like the way we saw in terms of magnitude of in 2020 may be limited on a relative basis, the theme for 2021 on fixed income side could be more chasing the carry over capital gains. So hence strategies which are dynamically managed or strategies which have positions in the long 10 to 20 year kind of segment could bode well for an investor with a 1 to 3 year investment outlook. All said and done, one needs to keep watching out for cues from inflation and the pace of economic recovery both in India and in world over. Those could be limiting the views that we have stated as of now. All said, the case for remaining invested in fixed income continues to stay. Moderating of returns expectation could well be the order for year 2021. On that note, stay safe, stay invested, and once again wish you all a very happy and prosperous 2021. Thank you.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.